Good morning, guys. I'm back again here with my next Fortnight video actually. Now, I've been doing some training from last 2 days, plus I've been talking to many people these days who are with me in the journey from last 8 to 10 years plus. And we've been, observing the behavior of the team and the people who started few years back and the people who are starting now. And I actually observed a very important thing which I want to cover here actually, right? Okay, you know, uh, this business is nothing but basically is a business where you become a networker actually, right? Okay, and it's not about getting BVs, it's not about getting about people, it's not about presentations. These are all mechanical things, but ultimately I always say what you become in this journey is more important and more valuable than what you get from this journey actually, right? Because what you get is just a byproduct, but what you become is someone who can recreate it again and again in multiple places and multiple fields actually, right? Which is nothing but becoming a networker, right? So actually your entire focus should be to become a networker, right? Now what exactly is a networker, right? Networker is someone who pushes himself before anyone else. Networker is someone who basically lead by example. Networker is someone who lives in now. Networker is someone who protects basically things, who builds a culture actually, right? Networker is someone who takes complete ownership. Networker is someone who gives 100% wherever he goes actually, right? Okay, but now how to become like this? I was not like this, and I didn't even realize when exactly I become like this, because today, I was, I give 100% everywhere wherever I go. Like for example, if it is my fitness, I give my 100%. If it is my food, I give my 100% and maintain and push myself to become better and better, right? If it is business, but I learned everything through this business. So when I started, I was not even knowing how much I can push myself, I can lead by example, I can, take ownership. I was not knowing any such thing, because in job these things were not required. There was someone to push you always in the job. There was someone to put things on your head so that you have to take ownership in the job. But here you have to do it on your own, right? So actually I become like this in this journey, okay, by having no choice, because I had no other choice. So basically, what exactly I mean to say, how you can become, you don't have to think about all these things. But when few processes which are made, these processes are made in this business for you to follow, so that you will achieve these things and you will become an efficient networker eventually. Efficient networker means not just in this business, wherever you go, whatever field you touch, you will excel in that field as well actually, right? Okay, basically you will evolve as a person, right? So what exactly can make you like that? Okay, so when I started this, it just happened, and I thought, why not basically giving this to everyone? So I came up with few processes and everything, and then eventually I came up with the process wherein, I started telling you, do 20 DRs, your journey will become faster, easier, and you're done after that, right? Okay, so the whole idea was for you to go through that journey while doing those 20 DRs, right? But people in this journey also, people are people, right? They want shortcut of everything. Okay, so this business is itself is a shortcut of life, right? You cut down your 40-year journey into 4 to 5 years, right? But if you try to find a shortcut of this shortcut, you will go in the valleys, right? So please, there's no shortcut for this shortcut, right? So when I talk about 20 DRs, initially people were not pushing. Now yes, everyone knows that 20 DR is important, right? But I've been observing how people are doing 20 DR as if it is, they go out with a gun, okay, as if they are going to hunt, and they have to identify 20 people and then basically sign them up, right? But that is not the way. Even if you get 40 like this, you will not become what I am expecting you to become, right? Basically, which is a networker, right? So when I talk about 20 DR, means doing 20 DR as a process. How? Wherever, first of all, okay, 20 DR, doing 20 DRs in the place where you are living actually, right? Because when you do 20 DRs at that place, you will work with them, you will learn a lot as a leader, you will create a bond, and you will be there on the field with them. But people generally, they do 2 DRs in some city, 2 in some other city, and 4 in some other city, as if, okay, I've done 20 DR, you said 20 DR, and now why I'm not successful. Please understand, those 20 DRs will not do the magic in the business, right? But if you do it properly, what you will become after doing 20 DRs will do the magic actually, right? So if I look at my journey, my 2024 DRs when I started, right? Okay, in 1.5 year when I finished my 24-25 DR actually, right? Believe me, those 20-24 people are not champions. Okay, in fact, my first 2 DRs become champion after not being active for 1.5 year, and all 20 I signed up after that, they worked for some time, some people dropped out, some people never started actually, right? So what exactly happened? When those 2 people started, who were the first 2, I become an efficient upline to handhold them, because I've been through everything. I become a qualified networker actually, right? And also that become a way of life for me, right? So what exactly happens when you do 20 DR actually, right? So please understand, don't do here and there, because that is not going to solve your purpose, right? Your purpose is not to finish that 20 number, right? Your purpose is to go through that journey. Now what exactly you go through during that journey, right? First of all, your 4, 5 will be very easy, because 2 or 3 will be the hot zone, or maybe 3, 4, 2, whatever will be the hot zone, and then 2, 3 will be the circle of influences which are very close to you, right? May not be the hot zone, but between hot and warm actually, right? Okay, close to hot and you know, just but not exactly hot, right? But then after that, you will go to little warmer zone actually, right? So after 5 to 7, after 7, your journey will become little challenging, but still many people will be able to cross that, right? Okay, so basically you need to build a skill, your confidence, and all those things will help you to pass on your confidence to them, and they will come because they know you very well, right? But after doing actually 13 and 14, okay, so for some people 10, some people 13, 14, some people 15, after that, actual push will be required from your side. Now what is this push? This push is nothing but pushing yourself to talk to more people, shedding your inhibition, okay, talking to people without any agenda, okay, getting skill wherein, you know, when you keep talking to a lot of people and push yourself to talk to a lot of people every day, you will have your own style wherein you will learn to talk to them in 5 or 10 minutes, raise the curiosity, you know, leave some impression, and through which they will be curious in knowing what exactly you're doing. So it is not it will not be an event. You know, the prospecting them will not be an event. It will be a process actually. But if you become expert in that process, in 5 to 10 minutes, if you meet somebody, you know how to talk and what to talk, so that they will come behind you and they will be interested in knowing what exactly you're doing. But these days what happened? People go out as if they are going out with the gun. Oh, I'm going to prospect this guy, as if they are going to shoot that guy, right? Okay, please understand, okay? You have to go through that. And when you push a lot of people, when you push yourself and talk to a lot of people, initially you will not be very good, but slowly you will start improving, because you are doing that consistently actually, right? Anything which you do consistently for a long period of time, you will become better and better, right? But the problem is that people don't want to go through that process. People directly want only sign-ups, only numbers actually. Understand, even if you get sign-ups without going through these processes, you will not be efficient upline. You will not be able to build a large team. Even if your team is big enough, eventually your team will not respect you, and because they will not get any value adds from you, and you will not be able to create networkers, because you not become a networker, right? So you will create more hunters actually, right? You will create people who will only go for numbers, not the process actually. Then that process will actually make the numbers happens on its own eventually, right? So if you go through with this process, and when you go out and talk to people and push yourself on daily basis, okay, what will happen? You will cross 20 slowly. From maybe 14 to 20 will be a slow journey, right? The more you talk, the more people you talk, you know, the faster you reach there, but still the ratio will not be very high, okay, as compared to first 10 or first 5, right? But that's absolutely okay, because you are not getting a sign up maybe, but you are getting an immense learning, and that learning is useful for all your life actually, right? Okay, learning not to sign up people, but learning to connect with people, learning to understand people, what they're looking in life, learning to talk in a way wherein you don't have to use too many words, but still basically you build a likability, you build a, that logical approach and all those things actually, right? And there you will build your own style. There is no certain style, but when you do it again and again, one or two things will work and you will adopt that as a style, right? I was not knowing that, but I had no choice but to keep doing that because I had no upline to crib. I had no one to tell, what to do. So I was knowing only one thing: talk to more people, talk to more people, talk to many people. Some will work at least, right? And that's what exactly happened. Those people never worked. But previously, I signed up people who were sleeping. They started working. But by that time, I was knowing exactly how to make them networker. And their journey was faster actually, right? Okay. And what exactly happened? Eventually, by the time I crossed 2024 DR, this became my way of life. So I never stopped doing DR. Today, it was 120 plus. I never stopped doing DRs. Why? Because it was no more an effort. It became my personality to talk to more people comfortably without inhibition, which was not there earlier actually, right? Okay. And that happened only because I was doing only one city and I was not going out, because I was knowing that even if I sign up somebody outside my city, how will I learn to support them? How will I go there and support them actually, right? So my experience will not come actually, right? Okay. So it's like farming, right? If you are a farmer, you don't throw a seed in the farm thinking that this will become a plant. You just keep throwing seeds, a lot of seeds, and do your duty and do everything what is required to make that farming works actually, right? Okay, you don't rely on one or two seeds, and you don't really go and buy seeds looking at them. Okay, give me 20 seeds only, and those 20 will become plant. No, you buy a lot of seeds and you do everything with every seed, and when eventually some actually work and become plant, otherwise some get spoiled actually, right? Okay, but in that process you learn farming, right? Okay, so this is most important, and it should become way of life, so that after 20, even if it is not required, you will keep doing it because it will come in your blood, right? Now, for example, today, okay, now it's not about only doing DRs, right? Okay, because when you build a large team, that is also the time when you need to know how to connect with people. You need to know how to go deep and work with them. They may not be your DRs actually, right? But if you don't build that networking skill, if you don't build that connection skill, if you don't that build a skill wherein you should know how to pass on the right message at the right time actually, then in that case you will not be able to use that big fleet of warriors actually with you, and you cannot even really guide them, and you will not become an effective upline, right? And that's when exactly people really get disconnected with their upline because they are not able to add any value in them, right? Okay, so that journey made me networker, and that networking character is helping me actually even to build countries where people don't know the language which I talk, and I don't know their language also, right? How is it possible? It's only that time where I learned to connect with people, I learned to talk to people, I learned to shed all my inhibition, I learned to give my best to people actually, right? From heart, okay? And that is what exactly we were doing that point of time, right? And this is something which is missing in people these days. They run for 20 DRs, but they run for 20 DRs as if these are the 20, targets, and I have to go out with a gun and shoot down and then ask upline, I did my 20 DR, now why it is not working, right? But in that process, have you become a networker, right? And the best indicator is after 20 DR also, are you doing every 3-4 months 1 DR? Because it is impossible, okay, that you don't get a DR in 2 to 3 months time if you become a proper networker, right? Even if you don't want, you will encounter people who are looking out something in life, right? But if you have not become a networker, if you don't live in now, so many things going in your head while you're talking to people, you're not really with them 100%, then you will not be able to really understand what they're looking for, and you will miss out the opportunity to get a future entrepreneur actually in your team, right? Okay. So understand, networking is the most important thing in this entire process. You learn networking and it come in your blood, and then doing DR become an endless journey actually, right? Not because you need it, because maybe people who are meeting you, they need it and they see something in you and they get connected to you, right? Okay. Now, what will happen eventually? Like for example, today we get so many people who automatically after 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they ask us, whatever you're doing, we want to do, right? But today, it is not possible for me to sign up anybody and everybody anywhere actually in different parts of the world, because if I am not able to go there to support them, I will not sign them up that point of time, right? But still, it is a natural tendency. If I am flying to some place in the flight, when the crew come and they greet us and they talk to us, oh hello Mr. Gupta, you're a frequent flyer, I'm there to serve you, where are you from, and this and that. In 10 minutes actually, in 10 minutes while talking to them, the next question is what you do, and wow, the response is wow actually, right? But I don't even take the numbers, I don't even talk to them later on, right? Because I'm not doing it because I want a DR. It's a natural habit, it's a natural character to take interest in people's life and really connect with them actually, right? And this cannot be done consciously. This become your character by default if you do your 20 DRs properly and you push yourself by proper farming, by calling more people, meeting more people, talking to them without even thinking whether this will be my DR today or maybe after 2 years or after 5 years actually, right? Okay, I have seen people don't even meet other people without an agenda actually, right? Okay, I know you're busy with the team and this and that, but guys, this is called stretching yourself. You need to figure out, because that is one more aspect of networking, right? That you have so much of work, but still you are taking out time to do the basic networking, right? Today anybody calls me for anything, I never say no. Okay, I always say let's meet, right? Okay, whether I buy something from them or not, whether the agenda for meeting gets materialized or not, but I love to meet people. I never say no for any meeting with anybody, and I meet them with no agenda. I meet them with no benefit attached actually, right? And just genuinely we meet, and because it has come in my blood, I know how to talk in 5 to 10 minutes, so that in that 5-10 minutes they may not ask me, but they will go back with a thought that I don't know what this guy is doing, but whatever he's doing, I wish I can get it right. Number one. Number two, this guy is a normal guy. He's not born with a silver spoon, average jobby actually in past, but he was ambitious and he was looking out for something and he got something and he worked hard and he's here, right? And he's not arrogant, he is humble, but still achieve a lot of things. These things in 10-15 minutes without being arrogant goes very subtly, but you cannot do that unless you talk to a lot of people and then you become better and better and better and better actually, right? Okay, so please guys, this business is all about networking. So understand, drill down in your head that this is not completing your target. This business is not about completing your target. This business is about enjoying the journey, going through the process and become that character, okay, who becomes successful in any field actually, which is a networker, right? Okay, so don't dilute this, the basics of the business, which is called networking actually, right? So please, don't do 20 DRs, don't do new DR as if it is a target actually, right? Make it a habit. Okay, keep talking to more and more people. Like for example, in the beginning, I pushed myself a lot. Okay, I had a lot of inhibition. I had no list. Okay, I was not knowing too many people, but I was pushing myself. When I become full-timer, 9 o'clock, I used to leave as if I'm going to office, right? I just used to go anywhere, everywhere, wherever I can see a lot of people, rather than sitting at home and thinking about it, right? I just used to call people, at times I used to call random people and I used to tell them, look, I don't know who gave me your number, right? But I'm a businessman. I was in a job, and I don't know who gave me your number, but I'm open to look at few people to expand my business as a partner. I don't know why I'm talking to you, but I am sure somebody referred me to you. I'm forgetting the name. Maybe I will remember that name and tell you later on. But anyway, are you open to look at something new? And these are the things which I just did it myself. Nobody taught me, right? Why I did it? Because I decided that I will call. Now who to call, I don't know. I have random numbers, right? Okay, I had random numbers and cards maybe, right? And I don't even remember when exactly I got those cards and everything. But I just said, I don't have to think. I will first call and just talk. What will happen maximum? A person will bang the phone, he will not kill me actually, right? And by pushing myself on daily basis, I learned how to talk to anybody actually, right?
Okay, and slowly become a networker. While talking initially, of course, when I used to meet a person for the first time, I used to be anxious, I used to be nervous what to talk. Sometime a person is more successful than me at that point of time, but it's okay, I just kept doing it and become better and better and better, right, eventually, right? Okay, so guys, networking is the name of the game, right? Okay, please, if at all, even if you finish your 20 DRs, but if you think your team is not growing the way it should grow, I will tell you why. Because you've not done those 20 DRs as a networker or consistently, or you've done 20 DR long back and you've forgotten about networking, right? Are you getting me? So, guys, it's time to start the real networking, right? And it's fun. It's fun when you meet so many people. Today, I know so many people who are not in the business, but still we are good friends. They love me, I love them. We care for each other, and wherever possible, we help each other, right? And this is not hunting, right? This is purely networking, okay? And this is purely, the people skill, which I never had, okay? I was not even knowing I'm stubborn. I was not even knowing I can push myself so hard consistently, right? But when I started doing this, when it was required, that gave me a confidence. And today, whatever I do, whether it is losing a weight, then maintaining, then after that working out and being fit and everything, once I decide, I know I can push myself and achieve anything, right? Because I did this in this business. So guys, that is the only way, right? So guys, you don't even know how awesome you can become, but you have to start by pushing yourself, okay? So networking is the only way to succeed in this business. You may get a good team size without becoming a networker, but believe me, they will have issues with you. They will not listen to you, okay? You will not be able to lead them, and one day team will fall apart, right? Because you got the team because of some people or whatever, right? But you've not become a networker. And if you have not become a networker, that means they are not becoming a networker because you're not teaching them, right? Okay, so that is the only way. Are you getting me? So guys, okay, networking is the only way, okay? And all the uplines, if you've done this at one point of time, please go down and teach everyone networking, right? Don't teach them how to do DR, okay? Teach them how to talk to more people. DR will come on its own, right? More and more and more and more people. Today's problem is that people don't talk to more people, okay, on their own. And even if they talk, they ask upline everything. I met this guy. Now what should I say? What should I do? Because the purpose is to shoot him, right? Basically, purpose is like, it's like a target, right? No, you just keep doing that with more and more people. If you want more sign up, increase the meeting with number of people, right? More and more number of people, right? Okay, anywhere you go, there are few things, which with a smile, talking to people and live in now, actually, right? When you go to a restaurant, somebody serving, that person may not become your IR, right? That person may not be the profile which you're looking for. But what stop you to genuinely give a smile to that person and talk for 2, 3, 5 minutes, actually, right? Start from there, okay? Start from there, because most of the people don't do that, right? And they deserve to be treated nicely, right? Not just nicely means, okay, I mean to say, not just formally nicely, but just genuinely, right? So next time when you go, they know you, right? They remember you exactly, right? Okay? So I go anywhere, I love to talk to people, right? Whether it is somebody who's checking me in for the flight, somebody who's greeting me in the flight, somebody who's serving a coffee in the restaurant, everywhere, actually, right? Even if they don't know our language, right? I love to ask them, what's your name? Where are you from? How long you've been working, actually, right? Okay? And 2, 3 times when you go at the same place, and people will know, right? Okay? So guys, networkers cannot be ignored anywhere, right? Okay? So become a networker. People will either hate you or they will love you, but nobody will be able to ignore you, right? Okay? We love you guys. So start networking. Next week, next fortnight, you will get my next message. Thank you very much.